If you look right now, you can't even super chat or
you can't even super chat right now.
Come on, Blaze.
It's the beef for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV back with a quick little joke. And today we're going to talk about Fresh and Fit being basically dismissed from the YouTube partnership program, basically deleting their channel. They won't be able to monetize or make any money off of it. Now, I want to start off by saying I never agree with any of the rhetoric that they spewed. I thought it was very dangerous. I thought the things that they would say, the things that they would do was extremely dangerous. I thought that it was detrimental to our community, and I'm not just saying black people, I'm just saying people in general, but in particular, I used to see how they basically downed a lot of black women. Like, I'm talking about really, really bad. And if we're going to talk about where this all stemmed from, we have to be honest with this conversation, right? Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is the so-called self-proclaimed or guy-proclaimed godfather of all of the BS that started the movement to have a lot of these guys basically feel like they can disrespect women. And it's not just black women. I'll give Kevin Samuels that. However, he was just a black guy who dressed up in a nice suit and tie and basically set up a nice background behind him. And he spent a lot of time degrading women. Now, before all the fatherless men get in my comments and basically get the windmilling for, you know, their sugar daddy or god daddy or whatever he is, please note that this is for educational purposes only, and this is my opinion, and my opinion stands. Your so-called godfather pioneered this movement for women to basically be treated the way they are treated online, and that's just facts. Now, I don't care what you guys talked about in the barbershop. I really don't give a damn about what you guys talked about outside of the barbershop. However, Kevin Samuels made it cool to get online and speak to women in the way that he does, which then birthed a lot of your other podcasts, such as Fresh and Fit, such as all these other dweeb podcasts of so-called incels who probably can't get women anyway, so they take joy out of seeing women being degraded online. And if I have to be fair, I do feel like the women who called in was just as bad as the men who watched and took pleasure in seeing them be destroyed, because the women would call up. Some of the women were not the best women, but some of them were. Nevertheless, it was obvious to me that the women who called into his show may have either suffered a lack of self-confidence, or maybe they just were a glutton for punishment and like to be talked to and degraded on stage in front of thousands of people at a time. Nevertheless, Kevin Samuels is the pioneer for all of your incel red pill content that has made its way to the black community. Let's listen to an example of the way Kevin Samuels handled his guests on his podcast.
A real estate broker.
Make this shit up. God damn. Okay, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm gonna ask a question. Are you being serious?
Yes.
What state do you live in? I really don't. I'm doing this for a reason. So
all right,
I want
Kevin.
you to be.
Okay.
Don't, because I'm about to go off on you if you because don't play with me. I got too many other people I'm trying to help, and I don't appreciate when black women get on here and fucking play games with me like we don't have problems in our community.
So you just heard the way Kevin Samuels basically spoke to women, and particularly black women, but ultimately all women. He really did have that disposition with all women. And for some odd reason, a lot of men and some crazy women just thought he was just so great. Nevertheless, moving into Fresh and Fit, you would think that the problematic conversations they've had with all women, not just black women, not just white women or Hispanic women, but typically all women, and the antics they've pulled as far as racism and a host of other things would get them taken out of here. But apparently, nope, that wasn't what it was. So before we get into why Fresh and Fit got kicked out of here, let's take a listen at what they had to say.
Yep.
Man, we got a very important announcement for you guys.
It won't be the same, bro.
Yeah. The channel has been kicked off the YouTube partner program. Just keep it straight with
If you
y'all.
look right now, you can't even super chat or
You can't even super chat right now.
Yep. So this is the beginning of the end of this era.
We're working
with YouTube to try to come to a middle ground and, you know, work together and figure this out. But for now,
We don't even know why.
We don't know the specific reason. When you guys send me your DMs and say, yo, you saved my life. Yo, you send me a picture of your credit score. Yo, my girl is making sandwiches now, or whatever it is, right? We've helped a lot of you guys from yourselves, from making a really bad decision. What I'm asking you guys is, just like we've saved you guys, we need you guys to save us. We need you guys to support us.
Wherever we go, Pressure Fit, you guys saved my life. Yo, you changed my entire life. I'm now happy because I was so depressed.
Guys, it's gotten to the point now where even where we shoot the location doesn't want us to stay here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fucking have to say that shit. I really didn't want to have to admit that. Dude, there is a matrix, man. Like, people don't want you guys to get this message. Dude. I love doing this. I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I didn't love doing this. I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
So you guys just heard their most recent posts as far as what's been going on. They've lost their YouTube partnership, which is basically the way they make money. That's their ads. That's everything that basically drives revenue to their platform. Now, as a YouTube person or a person who does YouTube, I know how detrimental that is. And for that in particular, I can imagine how horrible that feels, because I wouldn't wish that on anybody, even people like the Fresh and Fits of the world, because I feel like everybody should have a platform and be able to say what they want. However, if I'm being personal and I'm being selfish, I am okay with not having another Fresh and Fit. Period. That's just me. I'm not saying that they deserve it, but I'm just saying for me, I'm okay with not seeing another Fresh and Fit. Now, just to touch on a couple things that they were talking about, they said that they don't know why they lost their partnership. They don't know what happened. What's the reason why they lost their ability to make money through YouTube? They said they helped a lot of guys. They said they want y'all to save them just the way they saved y'all. They've had people saying, you saved my life, my girl's cooking or making sandwiches or something of the case or whatever. And then he goes on to say the location where they're filming don't even want them there. That's probably due to multiple noise complaints, the stuff that they've seen online from Myron, basically putting on the Jewish stuff and making fun of Jewish people, or maybe the fights that has happened there, and they've received multiple complaints. Now, another thing that I wanted to touch on was Myron saying that this is a matrix. What he's trying to do is take Andrew Tate's model, referring to the world as a matrix, but the problem is that's not what's happening here. What's happening here is these guys lost their YouTube partnership program, not because of any of those reasons that I've even stated in this video. It's actually for reasons other than that, and it has nothing to do with the matrix. And then last but not least, I wanted to touch on him saying that he feels like saving men, these guys, was more fulfilling than his job where he was saving children. Number one, where are those children? And then number two, that's very telling, people. Keep your ears open, ladies, because these are the men that are out here on the market. Nevertheless, now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into what really happened with Myron and the dweeb. What's his name? I don't even know. It don't even matter. Fresh and doggone fit. I used to call him Fruity and Tootie. I've done a couple videos about him. But anyway, the real reason why Fruity and Tootie lost their YouTube partnership program was not because of the antics and all these other things that I mentioned, like I said before. It's because they took their time to send out multiple copyright strikes to multiple mainstream YouTubers who I guess they deemed as their rivals, and tried to have their channels taken down. Now, if you don't understand the way YouTube partnership work is, if you get three strikes on your channel, you're done. You can no longer make money through AdSense, through Google, any of that. The YouTube partnership program is over for you. They were sending tens of YouTube strikes to people who were using their work and their content within guidelines, mind you. But they got this rinky-dink attorney to send people all kinds of, strikes and all kinds of cease and desist because they just particularly didn't like people's opinion about their channel. Now, I learned a lot of this from Abbott and Preach, like I said before, but the lead attorney actually just did a video on it, and it was very interesting to have him break it down. Now, personally, I think the lead attorney is okay. I don't think that he's as bad as these Fresh and Fits or your Kevin Samuels. However, he does align himself with the likes of the Kevin Samuels. Not really so much Fresh and Fit, but definitely Kevin Samuels. I never quite subscribed to his channel because some of the things he would say was kind of problematic. However, when he would cover cases such as the Tory Lanez case, such as a bunch of other cases, I would actually tune in because he had some sort of good perspective, and he had other attorneys that would come on there and kind of give their perspectives as well. But ultimately, when it came to his regular content, I never really paid too much attention to it. However, he spoke on the fact that Abba and Preach and himself as well had the exact same issue going on with Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit were sending out all these strikes to all these channels, trying to get people's channels taken down. And basically, it kind of backfired on them because now YouTube is basically telling them, no, we're taking your channel down because they were fraudulent claims. Let's take a listen to what the lead attorney had to say as far as what happened on his end. And he's even going to have Abbott and Preach and some other high red pill content creators. I guess they have a huge following. I'm not sure. I don't really deal with the red pill community. But the lead attorney is going to bring some other guys up to kind of talk about what actually happened and how they were struck by these guys and the movement that basically they started. Let's get into it.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro.
He would not wish this pain on anyone. Well, that's a lie. See, the trauma that Fresh and Fit is feeling right now, they tried to make other content creators feel that same trauma, that same pain just last year. How did they do that, you ask? Well, Fresh and Fit hired a $2 attorney and a 7-cent paralegal to spam out copyright strikes across all of the platform targeting certain content creators. Fresh and Fit wanted these content creators to lose their monetization. They wanted these content creators to lose their entire channel. They wanted me, the lead, to lose my channel. They wanted me to feel that pain that they're crying about today. They hired that $2 attorney, and that $2 attorney put 10 copyright strikes against me. Let's take a look. This is what their attorney filed against me. Says, thank you for your submission. It is under review to ensure it's valid. Here is the information you filled out. Here we go. Here we go. Copyright owner name, Fresh and Fit. Now, you only need 3 to lose your channel. And this guy hit me with 10. Each one of those 10 was fraudulent and it was against YouTube's terms of service. Now, I rarely use Fresh and Fit's content. When I did, it was always under fair use. So imagine this $2 attorney tries to attack me. It could be true that I use their content, but I use their content 18 for 20 seconds. But listen, if I use your content for 20 seconds, you better believe I'm using it under fair use. I'm a goddamn attorney. Are you kidding me? Oh, but YouTube already knew that that attorney was on some BS. We are concerned that some of the information in your takedown request may be fraudulent. Please understand that YouTube receives a large amount of fraudulent copyright takedown results. And we take this abuse of that process very seriously. YouTube sent me the entire email chain of the correspondence that the YouTube team had with Fresh and Fit's attorney and that 7-cent paralegal. Guys, when I woke up to this shit here, boy, I was on this shit on my phone like, oh my God. A nigga was scrolling, I was like, oh my God.
So really quickly, I know you just heard the lead basically say he got 10 strikes on his channel, 10. And you only need 3 to have your channel taken down. But I do like that he said, hey, I used it under fair use, number 1. He was like, and then number 2, YouTube sent Fresh and Fit a warning a long time ago saying, hey, they got a lot of fraudulent copyright strikes that's coming in. You got to chill. You know what I mean? But these dudes did not chill. They kept going. Hell, they even sent lead a doggone, a copy of all the stuff that they were sending to Fresh and Fit. But it seems to me as if maybe even if they kind of let up off of the lead attorney, they kind of was like going in on some other guys too. And I think that it's very crazy that they were abusing the system like that and was getting away with it for a very, very long time. I just wanted to come in and say that part, but let me let y'all listen to this other piece that he's going to talk about where he introduces ABBA and Preach and all these other guys who came in and got together to get these guys taken out of here.
The email chain showed that the YouTube and content creators on the platform abusing YouTube's copyright system. Who was there? Well, for one, ABBA from ABBA and Preach. And ABBA was the one that initially sounded the alarm to what Fresh and Fit was doing. That you were really the one who kind of sounded the alarm on this. I guess individual content creators that were affected knew about it, but really no one else really knew about it. Talk to us a little bit about how all this started.
Yeah, so a couple other content creators got hit, but they didn't get the email that we got. What they got was instantaneous strike.
Then those strong young brothers from Playback showed up and they talked about what was going on. Can you tell us a little bit about your interaction with this situation, kind of where it started with you guys?
Yeah, so our previous system was we would just look at videos online, and if we saw something, we sent it in a group chat. One of the videos I came across was a video of Fresh specifically. Look, what felt like obviously lying about a story where an NBA player gave him. Can I swear on the show?
Yes.
NBA player gave him pussy. So I played 2 minutes of it to load.
I didn't know you were going there, but keep going.
It was a threesome with 3 girls and Fresh. Somehow mapping that up, but
threesome with 3 women and Fresh.
Anyway, okay. I thought it was so funny. I played a couple minutes for low and we were bawling. I was off my chair. It was one of our most fun recordings because it was just obviously fake. But anyway, we reacted to it. But they didn't like that. So at the time, this was before their channel had blown up. This is when they made a response to us, I believe.
Yeah, this is actually before they responded to ABBA and Preach. So a lot of things that people got to witness around August, summertime with ABBA and Preach, they had did that to us back in February.
So as we see here, ABBA is the one who sounded the alarm. He's the guy who basically said, hey, yo, this is just too much. And I guess all these guys, keep in mind, ABBA and Preach are not red pill. I actually like ABBA and Preach. I actually think they have a dope channel. They have a bunch of followers and they do a lot of reaction videos. But ultimately, ABBA is the one who sounded the alarm. And he said, basically, he didn't get the email that other people got, that basically they got instant strikes. Like, there's no disputing or anything on it. That was sick. The way these guys were abusing this system was just unreal. And I'm confused as to how it went on so long, right? And then these other 2 guys reacted to a video of them basically, in their opinion, lying, and Fresh and Fit struck them as well. This is the craziest part about this. Prior to all of that coming out a while ago, it's been out, I want to say at least a year ago, but prior to all of that coming out a while ago, I thought all the red pill was on one page, but apparently it's just like any other group. There's beef, there's drama, there's all that other stuff. But what's sickening about that is it's not even that it was actual copyright issues. These guys were striking these channels simply because they did not like what other people had to say about them. That is insanity, and it's very narcissistic, if you ask me. Just my opinion. But anyway, let's move on.
Shout out to Anthony Brian Logan, over 1 million subscribers. He showed up and gave his opinion on the matter.
Take the good and the bad with it. And as a matter of fact, if you really are that upset, then debunk them, disprove them, react to their reaction and do it that way. Shout out to my man ABBA, he did a video about me. I did a video about the video y'all did, and it was all good. I ain't gonna strike you for what? Why would I do that? Like, it's criticism and it's fair and it's fine. Y'all do that. We do that with each other in the regular life. I think they're trying to control the narrative and they're not able to do that in a broad sense. So it's like, all right, let's get a lawyer, take all the videos down and do it that way. That's so soft to me. And they're going to realize they can't do that. They can't abuse that system. And if they don't fix it, hey man, bye-bye channel.
So as you can see, these dudes have all been talking about this for a long time. This last dude, I don't know who he is, Anthony Brian Logan or whatever, he basically called it. He was just like, if they don't fix this, it's going to be bye-bye channel. Because basically, they just have an issue with people having an opinion about them. That's insane to me because, ultimately, these are supposed to be the guys who preach that men are logical and women are emotional. And the whole time, their responses to people having criticism, fair criticism about their channel is basically turning into, I don't like that, take their channel down. It's insanity. So, I thought it was very funny that he would get up here and say he had no clue or he didn't know why they would take his channel down. I call cap. I'm calling cap all the way down. He knows exactly why they took his channel down. So the fake tears and all of the, I don't know what's going on, even the people who leased the building don't want us here. I don't want to hear it. I really don't, because you guys were fraudulent and you were doing some under the table stuff, and the both of you knew it, and you gloated in it because you simply didn't like people's opinion about you. It's given very emotional, right? So what it all boils down to is these guys' antics just basically caught up with them, and it actually backfired. The thing that they were trying to do to everybody else, it backfired and it happened to them. But I've always said this, and Nene Leakes said it best.
You never can win when you're dirty, honey. You never can win.
And that's just the God honest truth. When you dig a grave for other people, make sure you dig one for yourself. All the old folks used to say it. That's basically how it goes. Now, again, I'm not relishing in the fact that they lost their channel. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure they were making probably upwards to the millions on this YouTube stuff. But I think what happened is a lot of these dudes got carried away, and especially these two. They got carried away. They got, I guess, used to the clout and the fame and the money, and felt like, you know, it's gonna be okay, we can do and say whatever we want, and they lost sight of, I guess, what they were trying to do originally, if in fact they were trying to do something good for the men in their community. I'm not sure, but ultimately this is what happens when you do negative things come around. You know what I mean? The world's a circle for a reason. Everything goes around, comes around. Karma is real. I believe that, and I believe that's basically what happened in this situation. But yeah, the fact that they got up here talking about, I don't know what happened, we're trying to figure it out, but we need you guys to save us. This is what's worse. A lot of the Dusties, a lot of them red pill folk are gonna basically rally behind these dudes and send all these petitions up to YouTube. And I'm hoping that YouTube does not honor that, not because I don't want to see them win, but simply because it's just like, if they're doing those type of things, hurting other people's income and revenue, then they can't be trusted in the YouTube partnership program. That's just my opinion. I don't know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. I just heard this news and I had to come bring it to y'all, child. See what y'all thought about Fresh and Fit being canceled on YouTube. Again, like I said, I'm not relishing in it. It's just like, you know, these dudes were not good dudes when it came to YouTube and other channels. And this is within the red pill. This ain't even got nothing to do with, you know, the other people. For the most part, from what I've heard, it's mostly within that red pill sector. So maybe if they can get their stuff together and actually do things to, you know, help each other out, it probably wouldn't be so bad over there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even going to just get in on the red pill, because the red pill community have issues just like any other community. Black people, black women. It's just the way of the world, man. But anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought. Do y'all think Fresh and Fit, Myron, and the black Haitian dude who hate black women, y'all think they deserve their channel back? Y'all let me know down in the comments, and I'll see y'all down there. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.